Hello, welcome to the News Podcast Daily, and following are today's headlines.
Yunnan province of China wants to increase trade investment cooperation with Ho Chi Minh City. Japan will provide medical equipment for the provincial hospital of the southern province of Ninh Thuận. ASEAN foreign ministers met in Phnom Penh on April 2 in preparation for the 20th ASEAN Summit.
An official from Yunnan province of China said his province wants to increase trade and investment cooperation with Ho Chi Minh City.
Yunnan Governor TRUYnh made the proposals while meeting with Secretary of the Ho Chi Minh City Party Committee Lê Thanh Hải on April 1st. The governor, accompanied by a group of businesses, is on a visit to the city to survey the market and seek cooperation opportunities. He affirmed his support for Yunnan businesses' investment in Ho Chi Minh City and called on Ho Chi Minh City companies to do business in the Chinese province. The Yunnan governor suggested the two sides study the resumption of direct air route between Kunming and Ho Chi Minh City, thus facilitating the trade and tourism development between the two localities. Secretary of the Ho Chi Minh City Party Committee Hải spoke highly of Yunnan province's great potential. He said the friendship and cooperation between Yunnan and Ho Chi Minh City will contribute to developing the ties between the two parties and states, as well as the friendship between the two peoples.
The Japanese International Cooperation Agencies has signed a Memorandum of Understanding on April 1st with Ninh Thuận Province, under which Japan will provide medical equipment for the provincial hospital.
Besides the equipment, which is worth 670 million Japanese yen, Japan will also help the hospital improve quality of human resources through training programs to better its services. In addition, the Japanese International Cooperation Agency pledged to help Ninh Thuận and its neighboring provinces of Bình Thuận and Khánh Hòa to build regional socio-economic development strategies and propose necessary measures to implement them. Speaking at the signing ceremony, Deputy Prime Minister Nguyễn Xuân Phúc affirmed that the cooperation contributes to promoting strategic cooperation between Vietnam and Japan.
A delegation of volunteer doctors from the southern city of Cần Thơ on April 1st provided free medical checkups to poor people in Cambodia's Kompong Chnang province.
The delegation, including 40 medical workers and representatives from several Vietnamese companies, also contributed 140 million Vietnam dong worth of medicine and gifts to hundreds of overseas Vietnamese and Cambodians who were affected by the largest flood in decades in late 2011. TRUYnh, Deputy Governor of Kompong Chnang Province, expressed his gratefulness toward the practical help that Cần Thơ City has given to the province.
The southernmost province of Cà Mau is working with the Ministry of Natural Resources and Environment to complete an application for the Mũi Cà Mau National Park to be recognized as a wetland of international importance or Ramsar site.
Designated as a national park in 2003, Mũi Cà Mau covers a natural area of 41,800 hectares. The park has a significant role in preserving biodiversity and maintaining the ecological balance of a transitory area between land and sea. The entry of Mũi Cà Mau National Park in the Ramsar list is expected to contribute to promoting Cà Mau's strengths in ecotourism, particularly towards to wetlands and mangrove forest areas. Ramsar sites are regulated by the Convention on Wetlands, an intergovernmental treaty that provides the framework for national action and international cooperation for the conservation and wise use of wetlands and their resources.
The hunting of rare birds and animals and people's habit of trading, eating and using wildlife products have pushed some species of precious animals in Vietnam to the brink of extinction. Wildlife rescue centers are doing their best to save the valuable animals.
On a weekend day, when everyone puts on work aside to join the family, the staffs of wildlife rescue stations are still on duty to take care of the animals. The Củ Chi Wildlife Rescue Station in Ho Chi Minh City was set up in 2006 under the sponsorship of the Wildlife at Risk. The station provides a shelter to wild animals rescued from illegal hunting, smuggling and transporting activities, or those voluntarily handed over by the people. To date, the station has nurtured and released back to nature more than 2,000 animals. It is caring for over 200 animals of 25 different species. Animals here come from many different sources. They may be from agencies, organizations, and people. After being informed that keeping wild animals is illegal, they voluntarily hand over their animals. There are all kinds of animals being raised in the station. Many species are listed in the Vietnam Red Book of Threatened Species, including bear and otter. Most animals here belong to species listed in the Red Book. Rescuing them means we protect the gene sources of these animals. If we don't do that, in the future, these rare species will only be seen in books. It's not a simple task to raise and take care of the wild animals on an area of just over 4,000 square meters. There are dozens of animal species, each with their own living styles. It requires enormous efforts from the staff members to ensure the animals can live and develop in a normal way. In contrast to the hunting and consumption of rare and precious animals, the staffs of the Củ Chi Wildlife Rescue Station are tirelessly taking care of endangered animals in order to soon return them to nature. It is our hope that their work will help wake up and change the behavior of the community.
ASEAN foreign ministers on April 2nd gathered in Phnom Penh to discuss preparatory work for the 20th ASEAN Summit. Foreign Minister Phạm Bình Minh led the Vietnamese delegation to the meeting.
The ministers discussed and passed documents to be submitted to the summit, including the Phnom Penh Declaration, the Joint Declaration on a Drug-Free ASEAN by 2015, and the ASEAN Chair Declaration on ASEAN's 45th founding anniversary. Cambodian State Secretary for Foreign Affairs, Cao Kim Hồng, said that ASEAN meetings this time will focus on boosting cooperation, building the ASEAN community, strengthening linkage and cooperation within the bloc and with partners, as well as regional and international issues.
Trade Commissioner of the European Union, Karel de Gucht, said the EU wants to reach a common free trade agreement (FTA) with ASEAN as a whole.
Speaking at the ASEAN-EU Business Summit, which opened on April 1 in Phnom Penh, de Gucht said such an FTA will eliminate barriers to trade, services and investment between the two regions, while addressing issues relating to intellectual property. The Trade Commissioner also pledged to further promote trade ties between the EU and ASEAN despite the ongoing global financial crisis. In addition, de Gucht announced that the EU will conduct FTA negotiations with Vietnam in the future. He and Vietnam's Minister of Industry and Commerce Vũ Huy Hoàng has signed a memorandum of understanding covering topics related to the negotiations. ASEAN is currently the third largest trade partner of the EU, with annual two-way trade revenue of more than $233 billion.
And this is the end of the news today. Thanks for watching and see you next time.